Welcome to Roseville Ice Arena. It's that time of year again, the Section 5 AA Girls Hockey Tournament and what's become an annual meeting in the semifinals. Number 3 seed Champlin Park Coon Rapids taking on the number 2 seed Maple Grove. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, regular meetings between these two at playoff time, and it's been Maple Grove coming out on top. I feel like this year, though, it would not really be an upset if Champlin Park Coon Rapids were to win. In fact, they beat the Crimson during the regular season. The seeding was real close. Both these teams have very similar resumes.
Yeah, they do. You look at these teams identically, statistically wise, pretty much the same. A lot of common opponents that they did well against. It should be a good goal. I think it's going to be a one-goal game all the way through with not a lot of scoring.
One difference for these teams, Champlin Park Coon Rapids has a first line that's out of sight, dynamite. They'll play them a lot. Maple Grove a little bit more of a balanced group, maybe a little bit better defensively overall. So even though the records are similar, a little bit of contrast in terms of what you'll see. Not quite as much firepower as they had last year for Maple Grove, but maybe a little better defensively.
Well, they got a 1.65 goals against, Maple Grove does, and they can run 3 lines at you, and they play pretty good defense, work from the goals out. So that's always a benefit, especially in section and championship hockey like this. So you'd have to give the advantage to Maple Grove there.
Let's talk key players to look for in today's game, starting with the visitors CPCR, centering their first line. Lily McKenzie is banged up, though. They're not entirely sure what they're going to get from her, but just because of a little bit of an injury.
Well, we'll have to suck it up. She's got 24 goals, 48 assists. She's really a good hockey player. Heady, moves the puck really well. We'll see how it affects her, as you can see the ice.
And for Maple Grove, a returner from their state tournament team a year ago, and up front centering their first line, Kelsey Olson. It's a young group overall, but she's a senior, steady two-way player for them.
Really steady two-way player. Again, 14 goals, 21 assists, distributes the puck well. She can find the back of the net, but she makes everybody around her better, and that's what you want your leaders to do.
All right, top seed Centennial Spring Lake Park breezed into the championship with a lopsided win over North Wright County in the first semi. We will see who will join them Friday night for the championship. It's Champlin Park Coon Rapids and Maple Grove up next here on CCX.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Great facility here, indoor and outdoor at Roseville. The fans buying tickets heading on into the Section 5 AA semifinal matchup between Champlin Park Coon Rapids and Maple Grove. Just worked out this way every year. They seem to meet in this round, and again, it's been Maple Grove. There's a look. Crimson beat Rogers 3-1 in the quarterfinals. Champlin Park Coon Rapids pulling away with a good third period to put Osseo Park Center away. And you see Centennial Spring Lake Park, the top seed, has already won their way into the championship round. A little bit of contrast with goalies, too. We talked about, a little bit different with these two teams. Maddie Wastrel, a senior with CPCR, and had some variety of injuries to deal with. She's kind of been their goalie coming up. And we asked Coach Todd Getterman tonight, and he said, if she was healthy, it was going to be her net. We knew that, and she's back to being relatively healthy right now. I see a little bit higher goals against than you'd like, and has actually played less time this year than Grace Lund because she had a concussion, knee injury. Bella Prosser, meanwhile, excellent first-year starter as a sophomore for the Crimson. You see goals against just over 1.5 and a sparkling save percentage. They feel she's right up there with the best in the state.
That's a sophomore, which has got to scare the heck out of everybody else in the future at Maple Grove.
We are underway. Champlin Park Coon Rapids controlling that opening faceoff. Intercepted there by Abby Oakland, dumps it right back in. Kylie Oswegen sending it ahead, tipped into the Crimson zone where it's chased down there by June Semling, the talented sophomore. turns and fires and hit the outside of the net. McKenzie putting it out front. Semling, that one's off Oakland's skate and goes to the corner. Again, this first line for CPCR, they can really go. They are counted on for a lot of their offense. They'll see a lot of ice time. Olsen getting that pass ahead. Semling knocked it down. You see the Bluebirds won it in overtime in the regular season as they played. Ooh, a near giveaway out front there. Harper Winicky, and they'll get a goal early. Maple Grove's first opportunity is in, and it's 1-0 Crimson as Harper Winicky able to capitalize on that turnover, and Wastrel gives up an early one. Crimson lead at 1-0, 1 minute in.
Looks like she found the 5-hole there as a bad turnover there in front, and boy, it really cost the Bluebirds big time. You can see it go, slipped right through the wickets there. Good backhand, good quick shot. She got it off quickly because she knew she didn't have a lot of time, but boy, that's a quick goal for the Maple Grove Crimson. Boy, the Bluebirds did not want that to happen.
Number 8 on the season for Winicky. Exactly a minute in, the unassisted goal after the turnover, so Winicky gives Maple Grove a 1-0 lead. Carried into the Crimson zone, then flipped back out to center. Zahalka there to play it for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, and then dumped on in. They're finishing up a change. Puck bouncing there a little bit on the Crimson. Push back in the Maple Grove zone where it's gathered up. Long bank pass ahead. Olsen knocked away from her, though. Good defensive play by Bernovic on the back check. Oakland will drop that pass off. Semling getting in to play D there.
Did a nice job there switching off as the puck changed people there. She did a nice job pinning off on the boards.
It's interesting, Jim Coltis, the Maple Grove coach, said we want to make the Bluebirds' first line have to play some defense because they're very much an offensive-minded group, and we want to have to make them work on their own end. Here's a look at that goal right away. Winicky, I have to admit, from our vantage point, I couldn't see it sneaking through Wastrel, and Winicky realized it, and Wastrel, obviously, the puck wasn't moving very fast by the end because it had got, she got a piece of it, but snuck over that goal line for an early marker there for Maple Grove. Semling working her way up the left side. Ooh, almost dragged it around the D. Then Bernovic pushed it wide. Got to be careful at all times when that first line's out there if you're Maple Grove. Winicky dropping it across. Here's an opportunity, and Wastrel comes out to challenge and makes the save on that one from Kate Fisher. So that she kind of needed that one, get a good save on a nice opportunity. Boy, Winicky sliding it across, that's a pretty good look at the net from that close range, and Wastrel was ready.
Also came across really nice on that, was in total control, had her blocker in good place, and made a nice save there without getting out of position.
Now, it kind of stuns you when somebody gets 1 minute in. The good news is you still got 50 minutes of hockey to go.
That's right. Yeah. Don't cave in and give up anymore. Don't get shook up about it. It's early in the game. Don't worry about it.
Played down deep there toward Izzy Lindberg. And again, that's we talked about a little more depth for Maple Grove. I think fair to say they'll use 3 lines pretty regularly, where we might not see as much of that for Champlin Park Coon Rapids.
Well, Bluebirds got to be careful here. They're giving up about 3 goals a game. Maple Grove, just a little over 1.5. So, that's a big differential there. So they're going to have to, stop the chances from Maple Grove, minimize as much as they can.
Pass attempt there, blocked by Addison Doherty. Alphen carrying it. She can really skate. The defenseman Alphen passed up a possible shot attempt there, but she'll drop it back to the point. Oops, and it sneaks through Hajanen. Here's Bernovic working her way up ice. Olsen meeting her. McKenzie got a piece of that pass, but now it comes over to Olsen anyway. But a good recovery there defensively by Semling, to get back and get a stick on that one. Boy, it was almost like it was a pass. It ended up with Olsen, and a good opportunity again for Maple Grove, but that time Semling getting back on the shot block.
Well, the Crimson being really aggressive here, Jay. They're really coming hard on the forecheck and stuff. They're getting it deep and making the Bluebirds work the whole length of the ice.
Crimson win the draw. Looking for the pass across on the left wing there, but it didn't quite connect with Maisie Tomlinson. Tomlinson trying to pull it out front there, but knocked loose. Olsen in working to try and free it up. Now McKenzie couldn't get past Oakland. McKenzie digging it out.
Abby Oakland's one of those really good forecheckers. She's just small, but she's just a little mosquito, and she gets in the way all the time.
Olsen coming up with this one after it hit the official. Olsen was alone there. They were changing behind her. She looked up, and there were not a lot of white jerseys around. Here's a chance now. Bernabek with McKenzie. Floats it across. They're offside. Ooh. Missed opportunity. Yeah, it wasn't one of those that looked completely obvious where you were sure it was going to be a whistle, but their eyes lit up when they saw a possible 2-on-1 here.
Well, they were talking about how they.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They really fly though when they get the puck. This first line for Champlin, and they do. That was a quick turnaround and transition.
And that's the other good. Puck lost briefly there as couldn't find it. Her skates are Callie Anderson. Another good thing for them though is they're a team that is capable of scoring some goals. So falling behind early isn't maybe the end of the world, but obviously it's not what they were hoping to see.
Yeah, they're averaging 4 a game, so yeah, they should be able to put the puck in the net here.
Winnicky comes up with it again. That one's off a skate out front, and then following up, Fisher trying to put that one away, but defense recovered, and then CPCR ices it. Will come back into their zone. There's Todd Getterman, the Bluebirds coach, and he said seeding was pretty close. He said a couple teams voted for them for number 2, and 4 voted for Maple Grove, and obviously the win head-to-head was on their favor. They both have played some good non-conference opponents too. Maybe Maple Grovian a little more so, but both teams have definitely not just settled for playing the Northwest Suburban schedule, and they've got some other good foes on their docket as well. Out to the point, dump back in deep there by Anderson.
I was looking at Champlin Park's schedule, and the teams they lost to have a total combined of 107 wins. Jay, that's a tough schedule.
Lindbergh back to play it, banks it ahead. And for both teams, there were a few lumps along the way. I mean, we saw Maple Grove against Hill Murray end of the regular season. It did not look pretty that night. It wasn't a good win, a good game for them. And Champlin Park Coon Rapids took it on the chin against a couple of really good teams as well. But that's all part of it too, I think. You learn how to deal with adversity as well. Carried in here, Alphen. Ooh, and that shot sailing up high. Haven't really tested Prosser yet to speak of in the early going.
Well, it's a good hard shot. It just missed the net. If we got it down about 6 more inches, then it would have been some trouble probably.
Going to be icing here against Maple Grove. Champlin Park Coon Rapids trying to see if they can capitalize on an offensive zone face-off here as they trail it 1-0. Here's a look at the speedy defenseman, the sophomore Alphen, but trying to put that one up over the shoulder of Prosser instead. Missed the net.
Got a little zip on it.
You could see, though, Prosser did a good job of staying standing up. There wasn't really much room under that crossbar, if any. And that's where, you don't want to have tendencies where other teams see that you go down too early or anything like that. That's kind of that next level of goaltending to make sure you're not giving things away early by committing too early. Ew, across to Bernabek. Pretty good recovery defensively. Looked like she might have a pretty good shot attempt.
Well, Prosser's got a .935 save percentage. That's pretty doggone good.
And now McKenzie attacking back the other way here for the Bluebirds. There's Prosser having to make a big save. And Olsen coming up with it for Maple Grove. Couldn't get it out though. CPCR, there's a little deflection up front. As Pitson was there. Back to center it'll come. Oswego up with it. And banked on in by Zahalka. Addy Sillerud. Crimson able to get it out. Maple Grove was, I don't know if I say dominating, but definitely having the better of the play early. It feels like it's evened out a little bit more these last handful of shifts.
Well, the Bluebirds are getting a better job of getting the puck, getting across the red line and dumping it in and forcing Maple Grove to go, a full 180 feet or 200 feet, however big the rink is.
Can't get it out there and dump back in behind the Crimson net. Fiona Gallagher there to play it. Thrown toward the net. Prosser will direct it to the corner. Sillerud, they do get it out and then banked ahead. Winicky puts it out front. Good back check though as they tied up Baker. Boy, a heads up play by Winicky. She just immediately backhanded that pass out front, but an even better job on the back check. Gallagher sending it ahead, tip back out to center, and Alpha up with it. Right back in it goes. 8:15 to go in the first period. Maple Grove leading it 1-0 on a goal a minute in after a CPCR turnover. Now a chance for 2-on-1. Lindbergh carrying it. Had a little trouble with that puck. Try to go back to Lindbergh there. Now Bernovic coming up with it.
Well, one of the things we'll have to keep an eye on here, too, is that Maple Grove is definitely a three-line team. The Bluebirds are definitely a two-line team. We'll filter the third line in every once in a while, but they could get tired here as the game goes on.
Bernovic playing it in deep. Now McKenzie trying to go to the point. It's off a skate. It caroms around wildly there. Bluebirds keep it in. McKenzie turns and fires. That one blocked, though. Now Semling jumps in. Semling circling around the high slot, shooting, and that one through traffic went just wide. There was a lot of bodies in front of Prosser there. I don't know if she saw it very early. And this pass misses everyone. Not going to be enough for icing, though. As Wiegand back to pick it up here for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Good move to the outside, backhander there, and Prosser makes the save. Boy, they're really skating a lot better than they were the first couple of shifts.
Boy, yeah.
They have kind of started to take over a little bit.
Yeah, the pace has really stepped up here, and the pressure's just getting put on Maple Grove here.
So look at that previous opportunity that snuck through everyone, and then this most recent backhander there. You got the couple D that can really skate too to join the rush. Here comes Oakland now. Oakland up the left side, fires and missed the net. Tomlinson was coming the other way, but Oakland, I think, made the right play by shooting that one. Just didn't hit the net. Elfstrand dumping it in for Maple Grove. Olsen in on the forecheck there. Get it out to center and then play to the Maple Grove line. Sillerud protecting it there. Oops, and then fanned on by Olsen. Bluebirds bring it in. Chipped ahead there to Tomlinson. She's all alone, though. She's going to have to... And she'll turn and get a shot. Blocker save there by Wastro. Tomlinson gets it back, brings it out front, and they couldn't get a shot away initially there. Winicky, and then the forecheck. Played back around. Baker pressuring. Baker up with it, puts it out front. A swing and a miss by Fisher. They do keep it in, though. Baker dumping it down for Winicky, putting that one out front, but intercepted. And the Bluebirds feeling a little bit of heat, had to throw this one out. It won't have enough on it to get down for an icing, though. Gallagher back to pick it up. 5.5 to play in the first, still 1-0 Maple Grove. They had the better of it early. Bluebirds have come on and probably had a little bit better of the play in the last 5 minutes or so. Overskated. Here's Baker. 3-on-1 possibility across. Ooh, and Wastrel just got a piece of that. Then a big rebound out front. That one going just wide off the stick of Anderson. Winicky up with it.
The Bluebirds got to stop giving off these odd man rushes here. They're getting outdone 2-1, 3-1 here a couple times, and sooner or later that's going to cause some problems.
The only bad part for Maple Grove was they were at the end of a shift there. That line was pretty tired, and
yeah.
You don't pass up an opportunity like that, obviously, but now Bernovic sending it ahead to McKenzie. It's onside, and a nice save there by Prosser. Semling gets to the rebound. Here's Bernovic. This group can create chances at will. Semling tipping that one wide.
Ooh, nice play by the Bluebird D there, right there, just pitching on in.
Milton seeing an opportunity. And get a little tangled up there and break everything up. Haven't had a penalty yet. Here's Bernovic. Carrying it in. Bernovic from the right circle. Fires high and wide. And that pass going to be an icing against the Crimson as it went over Oakland's stick. And even if it didn't, it was way over short of the line. There's a look at this last pass across. It was deflected, and then Wastrel got a piece of it. Woo, that was dangerous. And then the follow-up didn't go wide by much either. And then the other direction, McKenzie, Elfstrand got a piece of her stick on that shot, took some steam off it. But still, it just kind of shows they're dangerous.
Bluebirds, they're playing well. This is a fast-paced game, and they're skating with Maple Grove and really putting them to the test here.
Callie Anderson back to pick it up here for Maple Grove. Around for Gallagher. Looking to float one long up the middle, but that one read and intercepted by Milton. Battle for it along the wall. Bluebirds come out of there with it. That shot attempt, though, blocked as Caitlin Easton denied. Tipped away from Easton and finally picked up by Maple Grove. Lindbergh will dump it in, and they'll make a line change here. Pass behind Bernovic and intercepted there by Sillerud. Sillerud carrying it in for Maple Grove. Fires just over the net. Played out into that circle, and now Bernovic will lug it out. Up the left wing, McKenzie's heading down the slot. Bernovic fires, and Prosser, a glove save right there.
Good hard shot. Prosser got out on top of that circle, though, and just cut that angle down really, really nice there. Good rush here.
I think the D did a pretty good job of kind of forcing her just to that 1/3 of the ice, though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Maple Grove, they know with this group, you have to play your angles well. You don't want to just get beat to the outside, because all three of these first liners for CPCR are capable of skating around you or making you look silly. And instead, you trust your goalie to make that save. Thrown out front toward McKenzie. Now she'll play it back to the point. They looked for a tip out front, but it went too high over Semling's stick. Long pass, nice deflection there by Alpha. Carried in by Maple Grove, though. Elfstrand tried to put it out front. Flipped over now to Pitson. Pitson putting it out front. It was behind Semling, and the D got there to break it up. Under a minute 45 to go now in the first. Still 1-0 Maple Grove. A goal exactly 1 minute in by the sophomore Harper Winicky after a turnover. Here's a shot on net. Prosser the save there. We will get a whistle and a face-off in the Maple Grove zone.
Well, this number one group for the Bluebirds scored 51 goals total this year. That's just an enormous amount of goals for one line. That's just, they really can fly and put it in the net.
And our first penalty coming up against Maple Grove. as we will get a cross check called down toward the corner. I think it's Olsen. Nope, make it Kelly Anderson will go.
Well, you kind of don't want to do that with about, still a minute and a half. Oh, yeah.
So Champlin Park Coon Rapids going to the power play. Olsen comes up with it after the draw, trying to ring it out, but instead it goes right to Semling. She'll give it to Bernovic, and now across to McKenzie. Out front, ooh, and then the follow-up try. Prosser had to hug the pipe and make the save on that one against Bowden. McKenzie shooting, traffic out front again. Now Olsen will get to it and clear it all the way down for Maple Grove. Baker in there on the penalty kill, but Bernovic got it over to Semling. Up ice they come with speed. Semling firing and tried to go up top corner again, but missed it up high. And it comes out front on the follow-up. It's in. First one was knocked down, and then it's swept in. Champlin Park Coon Rapids will tie things up on the power play as the defender, Oswego, getting down there to put it away.
Prosser did not handle that rebound very well. You see the shot come out. Oh, she didn't even get to her. The defense let it bounce on her.
Sometimes those are even tougher when it doesn't quite make it all the way to you. It left it right out front. And the defenseman has their back to it a little bit, so she didn't see it as quickly as Oswego did.
Yep.
So the Bluebirds pumped up. They take quick advantage of that power play and tie the score up at 1-1. Winnicky trying to free this one up. Floated back into the CPCR zone, and we will come to the end of the first period. So momentum late there for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Oswego getting her 4th goal of the season on a power play. So we are evened up at 1-1 through one period here at Roseville. Section 5AA Girls Semifinals on CCX.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
We are at Roseville for Section 5AA Girls Hockey Semifinal action. A good first period. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove are all tied up at a goal apiece here at this excellent facility in Roseville. Of course, we got indoor hockey, got outdoor ice here as well. It's really one of the better places around for hockey and just skating in general as well. Well, that first period got off to a great start for Maple Grove as they strike very early on. A turnover out front, Harper Winnicky, then a little backhander, and it just sneaks through Osseo and over the goal line exactly a minute in. And Maple Grove was getting some chances early. Osseo came back with a nice save there. Then the Bluebirds really got it going. They got some nice rushes up ice. Prosser having to make a stop right there. And here was an odd man rush from Maple Grove, though, and a deflection just over the net. Back comes McKenzie as they stretched it across, and then Bernovic getting a good look at the net here. Prosser having to make a glove save. And eventually, after they got on the power play, things paid off right there as the backhander swept in Swegan for the Bluebirds to tie it up at a goal apiece. That one in the last minute of the first period and make it 1-1. You see the shots pretty even, scoring chances even, just that one penalty hurting Maple Grove. And CPCR taking advantage. So we will come back with period number 2. And we mentioned the outdoor ice here at Roseville, and it's a little chilly out there, but definitely not chilly enough to keep people from enjoying it. 1-1, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove. The second period is on the way next here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
We get set for period number 2. We thought it'd be a pretty even matchup coming in, and certainly looked like it in that first period. An early one for Maple Grove, a late one on the power play for Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. Winnicky getting it for the Crimson, and there is Kylie Oswego who scored on that power play for Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. And besides, Dan, just the fact that they got that goal to tie it, I felt like it was more and more of a CPCR period as it went on, too.
It was a little bit more than a third of the way in. They started asserting themselves. They got kind of back on their heels a little bit, but they picked it up, and of course when you get a goal, that'll charge you up real quick. So we'll see what we get here in the second period.
Swegan with it here, getting it to Semling, carrying it in now for Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. Semling keeps possession there. She takes a bump. Semling coming out with that, firing, and now it deflects away. Chance for Oakland back the other way. Oakland goes around the D, a 2-0, but Wastrel to save. Tomlinson was there as well. Oakland went straight to the net. Not a highlight reel play defensively for CPCR as they give up a 2-0, but their goalie saves them.
Boy, remember that save. Remember that save right there. That might be real crucial in this tight of game. You know, they got a 2-0. You almost expect them to score in here, but she stuck right with it and did a nice job. Wastrel did. Kept her team in the game here.
Tip loose there by Tomlinson. And that puck bouncing over the stick of Callie Anderson. Picks it up here. Been a good pace to this one throughout. And this is going to be icing against Maple Grove. They were not attempting to clear it, really. It was more just a pass that didn't connect, but we'll come back into the Maple Grove zone. Yeah, in a way, I would think Champlin Park, Coon Rapids almost kind of didn't want that first period to end. They really had some momentum, and obviously they got that tying goal, but they would have liked to keep attacking at that point, I think. Nice interception there as they read that reversal. Winnicky jumping back in to help out for Maple Grove. Getting it to Baker.
Who lifts it into her own bench. Boy, that was a good quick breakout there. They did a nice job with pressure on them.
Yeah, and here's where you kind of can see the things that people have been working on in practice too. They know what the other team's going to do and how do we counter it and what sort of breakouts are we looking to use.
Well, the one thing too about practicing for sections and stuff, the team, you've got the team's attention now because they know it's one and done here. You don't win, you're gone.
Winnicky trying to kick that puck ahead. I think it was ice a little bit wet along the wall there yet. Back to the point. Oh, and Wastrel a save. try again with Silarud. That one goes all the way through. That first one, I'm not sure was it deflected or not. Ooh, McKenzie, they tried to get it to her.
Boy, I like the way the Bluebirds are counterattacking, Jay. They get out of that zone quick. They come right back at you.
Ooh, that's going to be a penalty against Maple Grove.
Should be.
Yeah, Baker comes in and going to be a hold. It could have been a check as well, it looked like. She just came in and took the body and head to the box.
You got to at least give a glimmer of looking like you're going after the puck.
There's a look at that previous attempt as Wastrel had to make a nice save, and then, yeah, got her wrapped up. You're right. It was too obvious.
Yeah.
So another penalty against Maple Grove. Champlin Park Coon Rapids made them pay the first time, and they'll try and do so again. Crimson win the draw, but McKenzie over there to keep it in, but then intercepted by Tomlinson. Tomlinson, took quite a whack there, but no call. Bernabek does a nice job keeping possession there. Bernabek into the circle. Finds Semling. Semling trying to go short side through traffic. Now McKenzie will run it down. Floats one on net, and a save there by Prosser, and then she covers up. Those are tough when you're not sure if it's going to be deflected or not, and then it made it all the way to her. Right through it. Oh, it did deflect off somebody's pad there.
Big screen. Nice job by the Bluebirds there. Just kind of get, really working Prosser. It's one way you're going to score on Prosser. She's a good goalie. But boy, you got to get in front of her. You got to really make it not easy.
Back out to Semling at the point. That one blocked. McKenzie sliding it back to Bernabek. Bernabek wheeling, gives it to McKenzie. Oh, and a near miss there. Back out high to Semling. Shot out front as they look for a tip as Bowden put it toward the net. And now the Crimson able to get it clear. 55 to go in the power play for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. They had a near miss a moment ago. And offside, the back checker got just enough of Semling to throw that one off. See another look at this last one.
Just a real quick shot trying to catch Prosser off guard. She almost got caught, but she was in good enough position she could ward it off.
And then Swegan was tied up as she was in position to maybe put a rebound away. Hacked to the corner there by Milton. Second power play unit out now for the Bluebirds. And they had to bring it back outside the line. Alphen being pursued there by Tomlinson. Dump back in. Along the rail, but kept in by Milton. And again, she blocked that clearing attempt by Gallagher. Played by a high stick here by CPCR, so it's going to come all the way down to their end.
Which might pretty well kill this penalty off. They aren't going to be able to get set up again down in the Maple Grove zone, but not a bad power play though, really, Jay. They put some pressure on. Did a nice job there.
Yeah, and obviously you're wanting to score, but you're generating chances, you're moving the puck. Those are two things that Coach mentioned tonight. We got to make sure we're moving the puck, using each other, trust each other. Bernabek trying to get a rush up ice. Penalty time is now over. Crimson have killed it off. Bernabek, nice move, and couldn't get by the last wave, and then knocked away there by Tomlinson. Banked around toward Alphen. Up the wall, but Olsen read that one. Puts it out front, trying to set up Tomlinson. Now they throw it to the front again. It's laying loose. Tipped away before Olsen could get there. And Olsen and Semling throwing their bodies into each other there. Both fan bases, I think, wanted a penalty on the other. Knocked loose by Olsen and then sent back out. fluttering down the ice, and it is going to get there for icing.
Good call by the ref. It was just got there in time. So, but boy, some really
there's Semling.
Physical move.
Yeah, Semling got the better of the first part, and Olsen came back and knocked her down, and they let them both go on.
Well, it is hockey, you know. Geez, come on. Let's play the game, eh?
The compete level is very high in this one. Here's a rip by Oakland, but that was about 5 feet wide. Thrown to the front and knocked loose. Crimson really coming hard here. It feels like they've gotten fired up. Winicky blocked that pass, tried to go out front to Oakland. He looked for a tip, but it's knocked away.
Yeah, the ice is tilted in the Crimson's favor right now.
Kind of just feels like on the bench they've been challenged a little bit, like, you know, they're coming at you. I want to see an answer. We got to get going.
Well, if you know anything about Coach Coltis, you know that this reflects him. That's the way a very aggressive style. Get after people, see if we can get them to make a mistake and cough it up, and they're being very effective right now.
Consolation champs in the state tournament last year. After losing a close one to Minnetonka in the quarters, they came back and won a pair.
I don't think they don't have their eyes on that again, too.
Wastrel to save. Big rebound. It's swept wide. Crimson looking to attack again here as a cross to dumped in. Good forecheck. Lindbergh working hard in there. Lindbergh losing her stick. They keep it alive. Sillerud shooting off Wastrel's glove. Back come the Bluebirds with Bowden. Up that left side, throwing one toward the front. Now Olsen retrieving it from Maple Grove. Almost picked off there, but here comes Tomlinson to retrieve it. Tomlinson cutting across, and that shot denied. Olsen trying to put it out front. Now Oakland gets it back to Olsen. Olsen for Tomlinson. Her stick lifted there by Bowden. Bluebirds looking to counter. Bernovic. She'll dump it in, and McKenzie's going to be first to it. McKenzie out front for Bernovic. Oh, she fanned on it. Semling there to follow up, though.
Well, the question is, can the Bluebirds continue to play at this pace? That's going to be the deal here, and we're going to see that probably the end of this period or the third period for sure.
Sillerud had it knocked away nicely by Oswego. McKenzie just misfired for Bernovic there. A nice bank pass to herself by Fisher. Fisher then lost it before she could pull the trigger. McKenzie met at center there. Fisher carrying it back in. It goes off the back of the net as Maple Grove trying to finish a change. Around to Bernovic. Couldn't get it around Winicky. Fisher, getting tied up a little. Gallagher lost her footing there at the point. Prosser leaves it for Anderson.
Boy, the intensity's really picked up. Really picked up here.
It feels like players are realizing like every shift could be the key one. Prosser, a big save there. And then a good job defensively by Anderson to just tie up the weak side winger there.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even know where the puck was, but just did a good job not panicking and staying with her player. Yeah, you get the feeling, Dan, that everybody realizes that this could be the shift that decides the game, even though we're only in the middle of the second period.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been such a tight game. I mean, we've only got 2 goals scored the whole game so far. So, you know, goaltending is going to be really, really important. But we knew that coming in. Both goaltenders are very, very good.
Crimson win the draw. Sillerud trying to get her stick free to get that one over, but Bluebirds did a good job on the forecheck. Lindbergh banking it ahead. Can't get it out though. Collision there. Elfstrand away with it. Couldn't get it around Milton. They've been pretty aggressive at the points here, trying to take that breakout pass away.
But the compete level here is really high.
Sillerud sending it long. It was deflected, so no ice.
That one will be.
This one will be, yep. They missed everyone there as Olivia Reed back to get it and banked it ahead. Maple Grove trying to, send a floater, stretch things out, but I think overall, probably if it's an end-to-end game, that might favor CPCR a little bit, especially when they got that first group out.
Yeah, right now, but boy, the third period is going to be key here. With only 2 really effective lines for the Bluebirds, it's going to be a little bit different in that third period. We'll see if they got legs left.
Chip loose at center. Oakland banking it over to Olsen. Olsen sending it ahead to herself. Oswego will be first to it though. Oh, and picked away by Olsen. A good recovery though to help her out. Tomlinson now puts it across and that one misses everything. Tipped out front. It bounces through the middle there. Whitson, they can't get it out though. And now Tomlinson. Gonna send it back. It's stopped right at the line. Now Oakland picks it up though for Maple Grove. Over to Tomlinson off her stick. Leaving it for Oakland. Back across. And that one deflects to the corner off the stick of Callie Anderson. And just got out. They'll have to tag up here. Oswego controlling it for CPCR. Carries it into the Maple Grove zone. Ran into traffic though. Winnicky, who scored Maple Grove's only goal very early in the game. Poke check from her. Here they come again though. Winnicky picks it up. Knocked away. Bernovic leading the rush back now for CPCR. McKenzie stayed on side somehow there.
Got a good shot off too.
Bernovic spinning away from Winnicky. Bernovic putting it out front. Tried to go to Semling. Knocked away though. Baker playing it out to the sideboards there. A little over 6 to go in the second. Still tied up 1-1. Maple Grove and Champlin Park Coon Rapids. And not going to be icing here. Milton back to pick it up for the Bluebirds. Misfired for Bernovic, who then fell down. Dumped back in deep by Sillerud. Olsen is first to it here for Maple Grove. And jumping in to help is Tomlinson, putting it out for Oakland. It's off her stick. Gallagher joining the play here, the defenseman. Leaving it for Tomlinson, and then around it'll come towards Sillerud. Played it down to Oakland in the circle, tied up. Olsen. Quite a shift here for this Maple Grove line, although it hasn't really resulted in any quality chances just yet. But
no, the Bluebirds are just keeping it on the outside, but Abby Oakland is having a tremendous shift here. She is all over the place.
Couldn't quite keep it in there, but Sillerud does stop it from going any farther. And she'll dump it back in and try and further tire out this Bluebirds group. Bernovic, she can really go. Bernovic, a nice move going right up the middle. Oakland got into her. No penalty call though. Sillerud back the other way. Pass behind. They look for Olsen. Olsen got her elbow up a little bit. Swing and a miss at that one, and out it comes. Things getting more and more physical right now. Long ahead towards Semling. That one broken up.
Boy, these two are really going at it. I mean, wow. And it's been like 7 to 8 minutes that they've been going at it hard.
Prosser directs that one aside. Yeah, not a lot of whistles of late here, that's for sure. Just back and forth. Banked ahead. Oswego retreating with just under 4 minutes to go in the second. Plays it ahead to herself. And they're offside.
Yep. Just some good disruption to the neutral zone there by Maple Grove. But we can see this situation coming up. Look at how physical that is. They just crunched her and got her in between and twisted her. And, yeah, I don't see a penalty there. No, nice job.
Colta's pleading his case for, he saw a penalty somewhere, I think, but
I think the Bluebirds coach could make the same argument.
yeah, I agree. It got real physical. Once they saw like a couple things weren't going to be called, I think players on both teams were going to kind of test the limits a little bit, and they got even more physical.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that necessarily favors one team or the other, because they both have some people who are pretty strong on their skates. Baker shooting, and Wastrel a glove catch on that one.
Well, and the other part, too, you want the kids to decide. If the refs want no part of deciding it by making a call here and there that, it was maybe a little gray area, or if it isn't, both teams are being physical here. It isn't just one-sided.
Well, and I always feel like, too, when they let them play a little bit more, it gives them, it shows their confidence in you as a skater and a hockey player.
Yeah.
That you're not feeble and going to just fall down instantly and all that. I mean, they're kind of relax the calls like you see in playoff hockey and have seen for many years before there was even girls high school hockey.
Really, really good point, Jay.
Up the middle they go for Semling. Semling trying to break free. Down
That
she
should be a
goes.
penalty.
This will be a penalty. And actually they had defended it well enough that I don't think they really needed to do that, but Sillerud is going to go. This is what the Bluebirds have been trying to do at various times throughout the night, bring somebody up the middle. This time Semling did a good job of splitting, and then they kind of drag her down. Wasn't
Who was grabbing on who there?
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't all that different from that previous one that we showed the replay of that wasn't called, but I mean it looks like a penalty, so then therefore it was. So the Bluebirds, who scored their only goal on their first power play. Ooh, that one was loose. Prosser having to slide over. All three penalties in this game have been against Maple Grove. Semling calling for it. Here's her blast. Knocked down, though. Nice stick by Olsen, but couldn't get it out. Semling firing. That one goes wide. It comes all the way back out to Semling. Semling circling. Turns. Fires off Prosser's glove. The rebound just knocked away right at the goal line. They had Prosser beat, but the puck lay loose right in front of the net, and a defender got to it and swept it out of there. Crimson able to get it out. Oh, they came so close to taking the lead. Bernovic walking in. Prosser fights it off. Bowden across to Semling. All the way back across off the skate of Oswego there. McKenzie picks it up. McKenzie trying to sneak one by. Save. Semling's rebound off a shin pad. Under 40 to go on the power play. Bluebirds all over them right now, creating chances. Maple Grove needs a whistle or need to clear. Gallagher up with it, and she will get it done. Boy, they needed that. Semling. Slinging it long there. It's deflected in deep. Down to 10 to go on the power play for the Bluebirds. There's a giveaway. Oswego checked at 19 Zahalka, then had it knocked away. So Maple Grove has killed it off, although I would say barely. There were a couple that nearly went in.
Well, I just love the way the Bluebirds stretched the ice. My gosh, those are great outlet passes.
I feel like that's one that even though they didn't score, they might gain some momentum from because they were all over them.
Oh, yeah.
Pass deflected over now. Here comes Sillerud, who had that last penalty. Puts it on net. Under a minute to go in the period now, and everybody going hard to the net. Bodies going down as Wastrel made that save. You can kind of count on from here on in. They're not going to be anybody just skating away. Here's a look at that rebound. Watch it lane loose right alongside, and Gallagher saves the day. And then watch this one. The D just kept backing off, and Bernovic was only too happy to close that ground and then get away a rocket from the circle. But Prosser did a good job fighting it off.
I think it's important to have a good goaltender.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and both of them playing very, very well, Wastrel and Prosser.
Yeah, again, Wastrel, after they turned it over early, gave up that goal a minute in, but she's had to make some good stops too. And Bluebirds dump this one down. This will be icing. And we'll come right back into the Champlin Park Coon Rapids zone with 48.4 to go in the middle period in an intense playoff hockey matchup here in the Section 5 AA semis.
You know, we've seen how close this game is, and you can see it in the faceoffs too. They're not afraid to ice it because neither team is dominating in the faceoff circle.
Olsen and McKenzie will do battle here. Crimson win it. Back to Sillerud. They look for the tip. Stick save, Wastrel. Bernovic couldn't get it out. Now Olsen up with it. And a penalty coming up. That was going to be a hook against the Bluebirds. Olsen, as she tried to make that pass, had her arm hooked. She had Baker out front. And the penalty will go against Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the hook in was Alphen.
When you get it up that high too, they can't miss it. They got to call it.
And I think mentally, when the other three penalties have been on the other team, you're probably a little quicker to call that too, maybe. And I think it was definitely the right call. Crimson win the draw. Here's their power play opportunity for the first time tonight. That shot blocked. And they'll get it out.
Wow.
Elfstrand brings it back in. 20 seconds to go in the period. Tomlinson will give it back to Elfstrand. Shooting, that one goes wide. Baker runs it down, puts it out front. It's off a stick, or off a skate rather. And to the corner it goes. The period will come to an end. So this power play will carry into the third for Maple Grove. No scoring in that second, but no lack of action. What a great hockey game here. Champlin Park Coon Rapids 1, Maple Grove 1. The third period coming up on CCX.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
Great history in this Roseville arena. Some of the old teams from back in the day when there used to be Alexander Ramsey High School and Kellogg. 1-1 our score here. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove through two periods here at Roseville Ice Arena. And we were talking off air between periods. Boy, for a scoreless second period, there was a ton of action. First period was good, second was even better, and we look at some of the highlights. I mean, you might think, like, how many highlights is there when it was 0-0 in the period? I'll tell you what, there was a lot. Some great saves, some great plays. Oakland, this was a 2-on-0 that Wastrel saved there for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. And the Bluebirds getting an opportunity here out front, a swing and a miss, but the follow-up then almost was an opportunity as well. They get Semling firing there, Prosser making a save, and then watch Bernovic carrying it in. kind of handcuffed Prosser just a bit. Baker getting an attempt here that Wastrel had to make a glove catch on. Then they spring up the middle here. Semling is hauled down. That was a penalty against the Crimson. And even though Champlin Park Coon Rapids didn't score, they sure put some heat on. Watch this one. Puck loose right alongside, and Gallagher knocked it out of there. And then a good chance for Brnovik that Prosser had to fight off. And you see the shots through 2 periods. A slight edge for CPCR, slight edge in chances. Penalties, first 3 were all against Maple Grove. Then Champlin Park Coon Rapids took one late. So Maple Grove will still be on a power play for 1:25 when the third begins. It's going to be an important stretch for both teams. That first 1:25 of this third period. The winner will take on Centennial Spring Lake Park in the section final on Friday night. We'll be back with the third in just a moment.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Roseville Arena. Boy, this one has lived up to billing for sure here. Section 5 AA semifinals. Champlin Park Coon Rapids and Maple Grove evened up at 1 apiece. You like good goaltending. You like some physical play. You like great fast skating and offensive chances. We've seen it all. And this third period is shaping up to be a dynamite one, I think, here, Dan.
Oh, this has been a fantastic game. It's almost sad someone's got to lose this game, because if they lose, the season's over. But boy, these teams have just given everything. I mean, if you want to look at the word compete in the dictionary, you could take a picture of this game, because, boy, I'll tell you, it's been back and forth and no holds barred by either team.
Well, that young lady hopes the next 1:25 goes by quickly here. Alphen's in the box for CPCR. We are underway in the third. Maple Grove on the power play as Olsen carries it in. Got away from her, though, and knocked back out. Intercepted by Tomlinson. Baker will give it back to Tomlinson. Fisher playing it down deep. And the Bluebirds turn and clear it away down the ice right up the middle and on to Prosser. Tomlinson getting it ahead for Baker, but misfired there. Bluebirds take it away. McKenzie drops it back. And Olsen knocking it down at the line, but they'll have to regroup. Olsen carrying it in for Maple Grove. 40 to go in the power play. A pass intercepted, but then kept in briefly by Fisher, but not for long as Oswego clears it down. McKenzie shorthanded, trying to drag it out front. Baker knocks that loose. Baker put herself offside there. She was protecting the puck, but kind of turned her hips and went in, preceded the puck into the zone.
Oh, good job by the Bluebird defense there, Jay, holding that blue line quite a bit and made her alter her play, her flow, and it caused an offside. Just really good play.
I always feel like it can be a little bit difficult to be fully in rhythm on a power play to start a period like this, too.
Yeah, you're right. You see a lot of teams have real trouble setting up here after the start of a period.
Wastrel knocking that one down. Milton playing it to the corner, and then they quickly get it out. No hesitation. Good work on the PK there for the Bluebirds. Under 5 seconds to go. Looks like they will kill this off. Penalty is over. Knocked ahead here by Winicky. And Wastrel, a stick save on that one as there was traffic out front with Abby Benson.
Washer did a nice job. They're spreading herself out really good, covering both angles there, knowing that a player was on her weak side.
Back across, and Callie Anderson dumping it down low. Oakland trying to put it out front. Nice interception by Easton. And then cleared out. This will be icing against Champlin Park Coon Rapids. First little breather here early in this third period. Still 1-1 hockey game. Todd Getterman's team. We talked about it, it wasn't a secret coming in that this year probably more of a toss-up game maybe than last year, where Maple Grove ended up, putting them away pretty good, and they were probably the better team. I think that's fair to say. But this year, definitely an even matchup. Knocked loose from Tomlinson. Now Sillerud playing it back around. Brnovich chipping it ahead. Oh boy, the Bluebirds were ready to pounce there, and that would have been trouble for Maple Grove if they had gotten it. Could have been a 3-on-1. Semling trying to kick it ahead, ran into Sillerud. And now Tomlinson away with it for Maple Grove. Finds Olsen. Olsen playing it around the D. Out front for Tomlinson. Oh, and Wastrel, a great save. Wow, that was a nice setup by Olsen. But an even better stop by the goaltender there, as Wastrel had to come up big.
Well, you expect your goaltender to make the regular saves and then do 2 or 3 spectacular ones, to keep you in a game like this. And boy, that was a heck of a save. Right? Great move right there. And slid the puck over to wide open in front, but Wastrel's right on top of it.
Boy, Olsen couldn't have done that any better.
No.
Played it around the D to herself, and then perfect timing, the shot on the goal! Anderson from the point, sneaking that one through. So just after a huge save, they sneak one by Wastrel, as Anderson, the sophomore D, will get her first goal of the year.
Boy, talk about timing, right? Jeepers, criminally. Steps right up, just rips a big shot. I think that was upper corner all the way. I think it got deflected a little bit, though.
Yeah, it went off the D out front and bounced away. You see it change direction. That's so tough for a goalie. At that point, it just bounced by her off of Oswego. So a 2-1 lead for Maple Grove. Easton and offside here.
Maple Grove upset with a little physical play going on in the neutral zone behind the play.
We're going to have a penalty coming up against Champlin Park Coon Rapids.
Yep.
It will be a rough against Bowdoin. I have to admit, I was watching what happened going up ice. I didn't really see it.
I saw it behind the play. It definitely was a penalty. Good call by the ref catching it from behind. The Champlin Park Coon Rapids coach is shaking his head, but that was a definite penalty.
Maple Grove now up and go to the power play here, but it's quickly lifted out. Brnovich shorthanded, knocked loose from her by Baker. Pass ahead, and Fisher goes down. Winnicky gets the assist on that goal. There was the penalty right there. I think. Well, a very crucial kill here for the Bluebirds, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a high sticking call here on Maple Grove. That's why the puck is being faced off in their zone. I should say played with a high stick.
Right, yeah, not a penalty, but
yeah.
Chip back out. Baker intercepts it and plays it in. Oswego, though, gets to it and gets it out. Elfstrand carrying it back in, but her stick lifted by Brnovich, and then a check thrown. Bluebirds fans can't believe there was no call there, and I kind of agree. Carried ahead there by Alphen. Thrown around, and Elfstrand will pick it up. Back across to Tomlinson. Long ahead here for Fisher. Fisher has Olsen cutting out front. Olsen's alone, and Wastrel stones her. Great save there. Wow, I don't know how she got so free there. Bluebirds really got caught.
Yeah. Wastrel saved their bacon there. That would have broken the game open.
Save there, rebound by Oakland, another stop, and then Wastrel covering this one up. Wow. Maple Grove getting a couple of great opportunities on the power play. Wastrel doing a tremendous job of keeping them in.
Oh,
There's a look at that, and I thought Elfstrand definitely should have been penalized there, but then they come long with this one, and Olsen is all alone out front. Great save there.
Good anticipation by Wastrel there. She saw her there, and she knew she had to move right away. Great job.
Pass out front. Oh, and there's another big save. There were actually two Crimson players out front. And Wastrel coming up with a pad save there. They're coming close to killing this one off, even though Maple Grove got 2 or 3 grade A chances. And that one deflected off the glove and out of play. With 4 seconds remaining on the power play for Maple Grove. Another look at this last opportunity. Good pass out front. Boy, it was another. Besides the fact that it was a close-in shot, there were 2 players. You're kind of like, who's going to be shooting this puck?
Yeah.
But Wastrel didn't flinch. Up and eager to get out of the box is Bowden.
Yeah, after the way this penalty's gone, she wants to get back on the ice quick. There we go.
So we're back to 5 aside here. Still 2-1 Maple Grove. Chip back in. And there's an interception by Tomlinson, getting it to Olsen, but that one denied. Oakland picks it up. Her shot blocked. A lot of traffic in front, so Elfstrand throws it down deep. Oakland controlling it briefly there as she battles for it and sends it out to the point. Oh, a swing and a miss, and it's knocked down. Semling has a couple of trailers as well. Semling firing and up and over the net. Bernovic picks it up. Drops that pass off, and they'll come all the way across. Oswego down low with it to Semling. Out front, alone is McKenzie trying to jam it in. Puck stayed loose, and then the official blowing it dead. He was like up on the back of the net. We have a player maybe injured a little bit for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, McKenzie, who came into tonight already banged up. She was all alone when they got it to her in front. Here's a look at that previous rush up ice by Semling. She cuts it back across. Thought maybe she could have used her line mates there.
Yeah.
Didn't do so. And then this one, watch, McKenzie's all alone alongside the net and then gets knocked down.
She got thrown down pretty hard. Her helmet hit the ice pretty hard.
Let's hope she's going to be all right and can come back. Obviously a key cog in this Bluebirds attack. Here's a shot, and Prosser fights that one off from Tessa Bowden, and Maple Grove will ice it. Still a lot of time to go if you're Maple Grove. Here's another look at McKenzie getting bumped, first from one side and then the other, and then falls back. Oh, ouch. Didn't really get a chance to protect herself as she fell back and head to hitting the ice there. And she had her neck was the problem coming in, and I don't think that helped.
She didn't hit the back of her head, so there's not a concussion there, but I think she got her neck strained a little bit.
Crimson up with it. Chipped ahead here. The race is on. Fisher chases it down, and a nice shot block there. Baker digs it out. Gallagher at the point. Ooh, kept it in though. Out front it comes, and Winicky trying to backhand one on net. Bluebirds get it out to center. Sillerud, and had that one knocked back at her. To the CPCR line, and then the second try they get it in deep. Maple Grove wants a change, get that first line back out. Alphen up with it. Couple of nice moves through neutral. Alphen carrying it in, fires, that one's blocked. Oakland tied up as she got it out. Knocked away from Tomlinson and then back out to center. McKenzie is not out there on this shift with her usual line mates Semling and Bernabek. Dumped in by Bernabek. Semling turning the corner, got to it. Bernabek up with it. Bernabek trying to jam it in. Oh, and it's just through the crease. Here's a shot that goes off of Olsen. Centering pass. Bernabek kicked at it. And get a whistle to stop play. That would have been interesting. I don't think that would have counted if Bernabek had put it directly in, because she definitely kicked at it. But didn't cross the goal line anyway, it appears. Another look. Watch first that wraparound try, but then it comes back out front again, and Bernabek, I think, right here, definitely kicked at it and then almost jammed it in.
Yeah, Prosser got that stick down or skate down really tight on that pipe. Did a good job, kept it out.
This one is not for the faint of heart here. There's some bodies flying around there on plays out front. And Coach Getterman wants, talking with an official, he's not pleased about how much they've been getting roughed up in front, I think, or both coaches kind of taking the opportunity to talk to him a little bit.
Well, some bells got rung here, and I'll tell you what, it's like I said, the intensity and the competitiveness in this game has been just off the charts. I mean, I don't think I've seen a girls' game this hotly played in doing all the girls' sports hockey that I've done over the years. This is amazing.
Still a little over 9 minutes to go. Maple Grove up 2-1, but it's a precarious lead. Bluebirds are coming strong. Sillerud up with it. Tomlinson able to battle through and get it out, and keeps on coming. Tomlinson's shot, though, is blocked. Bernabek. Knocked down there and carried forward, though, by Semling. Semling circles back. Ooh, nice little move there. Puts it on front. Oh, a swing and a miss. It's a Halka.
Oh,
That's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
Boy, it's just the point where you got to stay poised to whichever team you're on. If you're the team protecting a lead or your team trying to come back. And Olsen is going to go. Officials are having a little discussion about any, what did you see? Is it possibly more than two here?
Yeah, it wasn't from behind. I think the hip was kind of turned a little bit, though. I don't think it was a flat on from behind. But I'm glad they're discussing it. They need to be.
Roughing, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's that kind of situation where if you're not sure, you probably don't want to call a major, but another look at it. Olsen's played very physical all game long, and I don't know, I think it would have been defensible to call that a major.
Yeah, once you look at it, yeah, could have been.
McKenzie is back out there. That's the good news for CPCR. Remember, she got banged up earlier on that play in front of the net.
Yeah.
Olsen also one of the best defensive centers for Maple Grove too, so she'll be out for 2 minutes. Great opportunity for the Bluebirds. McKenzie shooting, and it got through. Prosser a save, and then Fisher turns and dumps it down. Osseo thought about keeping that one and now gives it to Bernabek. Bowden cutting through the middle. Bowden did a good job of not taking a penalty there. Brnovic shot deflected and tied up out front. They can't get it out though. Semling across to McKenzie, trying to go around Sillerud. It didn't work. 2-on-1 short-handed. Sillerud shooting, blocker save Wastrel. I think she wanted to set up Winicky for that rebound. Sillerud's going to be first to it though and just plays it back down deep.
And Maple Grove gets a change here. Some fresh bodies out.
Semling working her way up ice. Trying to backhand it out front. Bouncing puck there. They keep it in the offensive zone. Oswego going to the net and trying to backhand it home. And good fight by Oakland to get that one out. Alphen being pressured by Tomlinson, who got her stick in there a little bit. Semling will ring it back around here. 20 seconds to go in the power play.
Well, with this close to scoring the game, Jay, it's going to have to be a pretty blatant penalty for somebody to get called here.
Especially when they're already down one.
Yeah.
Semling right up the gut here. Semling trying to get past the next wave. It was knocked loose, but McKenzie keeps it in. Penalty is over. Maple Grove back to full strength, but Bluebirds still threatening. Olsen coming out hard after it. Tomlinson banking it to center. Oakland kicking it free. Oakland making a move to the middle and then pulled away from her by Easton. McKenzie. That one knocked away. Under 6 to play. Gallagher with speed up ice here for Maple Grove. Dumps it in. Wastrel left it in. Gallagher was first to it. Caught Wastrel by surprise there a little bit, I believe. Nice move by Brnovic. Here she comes. Brnovic getting to the outside. And couldn't get that pass out front. Crimson unable to get it out initially. Now they will. Sillerud going to the outside with it. Slides it across. Nobody home. Easton banking it to the line but not out. Back down deep. 5:15 to go. Maple Grove clinging to a 2-1 lead. Brnovic couldn't get loose there, and here's Fisher. Fisher shooting, and it's blocked. Fisher will bring it back to the point now. Elfstrand, and that one hits bodies in front. Winicky is first to it. He's trying to slide it out front for Fisher. It's cleared, but it'll be icing against Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. And with 4:40 to go here in the third, Maple Grove 2-1 lead, and they'll have a face-off coming up in the Bluebirds' end.
Well, this one's going right down to the end, boy. I'll tell you what you can expect from a number 2 seed and a number 3 seed going at it. This is the way it should be.
Olsen's line out there against Easton's group. Off the draw. Crimson trying to get it out front. Couldn't. Now back out to regroup at center. Oakland carrying it in. Trying to go to the middle, but too much traffic. Alphen leading the rush back now for the Bluebirds. Her shot deflecting up over the net. Tomlinson does a nice job just to get it out. That pass gets away, and Anderson picking it up from Maple Grove, but she just kind of left it for Bowden there. Not a very good play. Tomlinson couldn't get it out. Now they do, and Oakland is up with it. She's all alone. Oakland, Alphen swept it away from her. Crimson again, dump it in. 3:40 to go. And almost a clean interception by Winicky at the line. Brnovic will relay it into the Maple Grove zone. Prosser stopping it there for Gallagher. Tip to the middle. Here's Winicky, 2-on-2. Baker is with her. Trying to put it out front. Good job by Brnovic to break that up, but Maple Grove using some valuable time though.
Mm-hmm.
Puck kicked free there by McKenzie as she drags it up the wall with her skate as she had lost her stick. Gets a new stick from the bench. And now McKenzie comes back just in time to retrieve it. Brnovic firing. Prosser, glove catch. She will hang on with 2:51 to go here in the third. I think for the most part, Maple Grove's done a smart job down the stretch here, Dan, of not taking too many chances, but not laying back so much that they're giving up, golden opportunities at their end.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, this has been evenly contested, like I said. I mean, the competitiveness back and forth, nobody's giving an inch here, and nobody's getting a lot of space once they cross into the attack zones at all.
Up the draw, still loose, and then dumped out by the Crimson. Going to be an icing here. It hopped over the stick at the blue line, so we'll come right back where we were 7 seconds ago for a face-off and another draw in the Crimson end. I think overall Maple Grove's had the edge in face-offs, and obviously those become really big down the stretch.
Yes, that they definitely have here, especially in the third period now. Of course, last 2 minutes and 44 here. We'll see what happens. There's a nice win.
Unable to get the puck out, though. McKenzie out of there with it. They're in pretty tight quarters there. 3 Bluebirds all along the wall. They keep it in. Oakland knocked that one down, and then the pass up the middle bounces off of Tomlinson. Once again, Crimson able to interrupt things in neutral, and then they come right back out with it. Gallagher floating that one in. Tomlinson pursuing, but they get it ahead to Brnovic. Brnovic for Semling. Semling knocked away from her, but Bluebirds able to keep it in. Bounces loose. Elfstrand sending it around. Bluebirds have pulled their goaltender here, an extra attacker out. Minute 45 to go and counting. That one deflected up into the crowd.
Okay, that kind of scared me a little bit. Wasn't that close, but all right. Timeout time.
So Champlin Park, Coon Rapids trying to draw something up here. It's partly that, I think, Dan, but also to give, Brnovic and McKenzie and Semling and that group rest. I mean, they're pretty much going to be on the ice the rest of this regulation, you would think.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Give them a break, go over a little strategy, kind of give them an idea of where they want to go. Sometimes it's nice to get a good play going here, too, just to kind of, all right, let's set it up here, move it back here, and then we'll go over here. And then everybody knows where it's going so we can stay out of each other's way and create a shot. The most important thing they got to do, though, Jay, right now is once a shot's taken, they got to get to the net. They got to outnumber Maple Grove in front of that net and just pound as many as they can and maybe get a rebound or something, because I got to tell you, Prosser's been very good with the initial shots.
I think Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, a good offensive attack, but at times maybe guilty of over stick handling a little bit, too, looking for the perfect shot rather than a serviceable one that might give you a tip or a rebound.
Yeah, good point. And at this point, no, you don't want to be stick handling. You need to get the puck on the net right now. You never know which one's going to be the one.
And if you're Maple Grove, I think you don't want to get overly excited trying for that empty net. Icing the puck is not worth it. You're much better off getting it out. Now, granted, if you've got a good look at the net and you get out to neutral, okay, that's a little different.
Maple Grove, just play your game. They've been playing very well defensively tonight. Just play your game. Depend on your goaltender. You got a really good one in the net for yourself. Now, here we go.
Another key face-off coming up here. McKenzie and Olsen. And Bluebirds end up with it. Across it comes. Alphen's shot knocked down. Never made it there, but Semling picking it up. Tomlinson got over there. Semling tied her up, though, and kept her from clearing it. Out front it comes. Turnaround try by Vernebeck, and it goes just wide. And then this one bounces out to center. Oswego up with it, and here's Oakland for the empty net, and she hits it. Abby Oakland scoring for Maple Grove. It's not over yet. There's still a minute 8 to go, but now a 2-goal lead as Oakland was on target from right near the center faceoff dot.
Well, you kind of got to be happy for Abby Oakland. I mean, she might be the hardest working person on the ice. She's always on the move. She's always a fly sitting there just bugging you. And she gets an opportunity here at center ice, and she makes sure she didn't miss on this one. But like I said, it ain't over yet. There's still a lot of time left.
An unassisted goal, an empty netter for Oakland, and now they pick it up, and here's Winicky for the empty net, and she hits it. Well, that one maybe will do it.
Well, there's where faceoffs are so important right there.
5 seconds apart, they get empty netters. That late in the game, it's still the right move to have her out, even at a center ice faceoff. But
no question, heck of a hockey game, Jay. This has been just a heck of a hockey game. The score is not going to reflect how good this game was.
Wastrel is back in goal now for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, but Winicky getting her second of the night. She scored 1 minute in, and then she scored with just over a minute to go on that second of back-to-back empty netters for Maple Grove. Now they ice the puck right here. Not what they wanted to do, but when it's 4-1 instead of 2-1, that doesn't seem to be as big of a deal.
No.
Again, the winner gets top seed Centennial Spring Lake Park on Friday night, Valentine's night. It's been a familiar matchup. It was last year's final, and Maple Grove rallied to win that one. They will not be the favorite Friday, that's for sure, but they did play them tough during the season.
They're sure looking pretty good tonight.
Thrown to the front here and just pushed out. Addison Doherty making a play there for Maple Grove. Yeah, and I agree with you, Dan. I mean, obviously people are going to see the score say 4-1, but 2 empty netters. Champlin Park Coon Rapids was right there with Maple Grove all night long. And, for stretches had the better of things. Even out front it comes there. Ooh, and Wastrel knocked it away at the last second. McKenzie ripping one from long range. It's wide, and once again Maple Grove will knock Champlin Park Coon Rapids out of the playoffs as they get those 2 empty netters late after scoring early in the third period on that goal from Anderson from the point that hit a defender and deflected in. And now Maple Grove will live to play another night. Friday night they will meet the top seed, but tremendous hockey game, Dan. I mean, we've done a lot of games through the years. This one was right up there with any of them.
It rates right up there, no question about it. I haven't seen as many good ones as this one, back and forth. And I don't know, everybody kind of felt it was coming too. We talked to both coaches, and they felt very good about their chances, but knew this was going to be a real rough battle. And I love the competitiveness of both teams here. And well-deserved victory by the Crimson, but boy, the Bluebirds got nothing to hang their head on. I'll tell you, they played a heck of a game.
Congratulations to Todd Gutterman, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids. This was a good season for them. They've made good strides forward. This program's at a good point right now, and the loss stings tonight, but again, they played very well. And congratulations, obviously, to Maple Grove, too. They'll be moving on to play in that section final coming up right back here at Roseville on Friday night. Well, that'll do it for tonight's game. For Dan Ficken and the rest of our CCX crew who did a great job here tonight bringing you this one. Our final score, Maple Grove 4, Champlin Park Coon Rapids 1.